So one thing about riding a dual sport is that eventually something will go wrong when you're on the back roads of the trails. Maybe it's a flat tire, it could be possibly something that shakes loose while you're riding your bike, or maybe you just end up a little further away from town than you planned on being when you first started your ride. And when that happens, let's be honest, you're usually going to be out here somewhere and not necessarily in a parking lot or a close proximity to your garage where you're going to have most of your tools. So that's exactly why I try to carry this particular setup on most every ride that I go on, with a few additions for this video. This is the gear I keep on my XR650L anytime I'm heading out on the back roads or gravel or any type of longer trip. There's nothing fancy in this kit, I would say. There's just some stuff in here that would keep a small problem from becoming a bigger one and hopefully save you guys a long walk back home. And if you've ridden enough, you're going to know this first one. So the number one problem you're eventually going to deal with on a dual sport is most likely going to be a flat tire. That being said, the first thing in my kit is going to be a set of tire irons. And let's be honest, if you can't get the tire off the rim, you're really not going to start fixing anything. Going with that, I also carry a spare 21-inch tube. One of the nice things about this size of tube is that it will work on the front and rear tire if you needed to. It's not a perfect fit for the rear tire, but it will get you home in a pinch if you needed to. That being said, if you do use it in the rear tire, you just need to go super slow on the road so you don't pop it again. After that, I carry a small electric pump. One of the good things about this particular pump is once the tube is in, I can air the tire back up on the side of the trail and keep on moving. One of the good things about this particular pump is that it is USB-C compatible, so you can charge it up off your bike if you have a charging port, which I do. I would just say that if you are going to charge it, make sure the bike is turned on so you don't drain the battery. I also keep a small patch kit as a backup for worst case scenarios. And as you know, if you've been riding long enough, sometimes one hole can turn into two, and it's just nice to have that in your kit. With these few things, most flats can go from a trip-ending problem to, I'd say, a 30-minute to an hour-and-a-half long repair, depending on your mechanical proficiency. The next thing I always try to carry, and I know you guys each have your own individual setup for your bikes, is just a simple tool roll. So as you know, riding through rough roads can shake things loose with vibration. Bolts can back out, controls can sometimes move around, just a lot of different things can happen, as I'm sure you know. A multi-tool like this ends up being very useful in all sorts of quick fixes. Tightening something down, cutting something loose, pretty much whatever the situation calls for, it's always good to have a pair of these on hand. And these heavy-duty wire cutters, I know these may seem like overkill, but if a cable snaps or something were to get wrapped around the wheel, these can save your ride. On a side note, and this is kind of a callback to my SHTF videos, these can also be used to cut through fences if you need to get through them in an emergency situation or if you need a shortcut. Another thing I always like to carry, and that you should carry as well, is a basic first aid kit. This is very important to have. So as we all know, riding off-road means eventually you're going to tip the bike over at some point or another. And sometimes it's nice to have more than just duct tape and a little bit of optimism out there. So always try to have a good first aid kit. I also keep a headlamp in my bag, because bad things don't always happen in the daylight. If something breaks late in the day, trying to fix a motorcycle in the dark is not a good time. This particular headlamp has a red light capability for low light level conditions. Also has a couple different other light modes, but very beneficial to have at night. Running out of gas is one of the easiest mistakes to make on a dual sport, especially on the XRs. They don't have a fuel gauge. I'm actually running a Clark 4.7 gallon fuel tank that's transparent, so you can actually see the fuel level on the side, which is helpful. That being said, it's good to have reserves, especially when you start wandering down roads you didn't originally plan to take. I always carry 2 auxiliary cans that I have in my saddlebags on my MOSKO MOTO system. And what this does, it gives me the extra range to explore without constantly having to worry about my fuel level or if I'm going to be able to make it back home or not. Pro tip with the XRs, since the petcock is on the left side, if you do think you're out of fuel, sometimes the fuel just gets trapped on the right side of the tank, so if you lean the bike over and tilt it to the left, that extra fuel will spill over to the petcock and you can get a couple extra miles out of it. If you've got one of the newer, fancier bikes with a bigger tank, this isn't so much of a problem. This next list of items aren't necessities per se, but they are nice to haves when you're out there on the trail, especially if you're going to be out for a longer amount of time and the weather conditions may not be the best. Like I said before, I run the MOSKO MOTO system for the saddlebags, and it's more than enough room for all the gear that I want to carry and then some. But if you've got a backpack or bags of your own, I highly recommend adding these to your kit. So the first one up is going to be shelter, and I know what you guys are thinking, this might be a little bit excessive, but if I'm going to be out for a while, I like to carry a tarp with me. This gives me two things. It gets me out of the inclement weather if I need to, and it also gives me the ability to camouflage or cover up the bike if I need to leave it or if I just need to hide out. And let's be honest, if the weather turns bad or something were to break on the bike and you're stuck for a while, this gives you a little bit of instant shelter that you may not have otherwise. I also recommend having a good pair of ROK straps or straps to strap down additional gear. These always come in handy. If I'm going to be out a little bit longer, I always like to carry a portable hammock that can fit in this little bag here. It's good in case you need to stop and you want to get off the ground. Additionally, I always try to have zip ties, some black electrical tape, and then also duct tape. These are good items to have for smaller makeshift repairs. If you have additional room, you can pack smaller tent stakes. These are good for creating your shelter out of the tarp that I mentioned earlier. I also like to carry a heavy-duty fixed blade knife as well as a wood saw. And this goes without being said, but it's always good to have a variety of items for self-defense. One of the main things to remember is that the key with this gear is keeping it organized. Everything has a place in the bag so I can find it quickly if I actually need it in a hurry. Because when something goes wrong, the last thing you want to do is be digging around in the bag to try to remember where you put something. Everyone's gear situation is going to be a little different, so just whatever rig that you're running, just make sure that you know where everything's at in case you need it during an emergency situation. At the end of the day, a lot of this gear that I've shown in this video and that I carry with me on my bike keeps a simpler issue from becoming more of a complex problem. The XR650L is already one of the most reliable bikes out there. It's been in production for over 30 years now, and part of the reason that it's stuck around that long is because it's simple, it's tough, and it's easy to work on. It's the kind of bike you can actually maintain yourself, and when you're riding far from pavement, that matters a lot. But being prepared makes the riding a whole lot more enjoyable. If you carry the right gear and you know how to use it, a small problem on the trail doesn't turn into a long walk home. And I'll end it with this, guys. If you ride a dual sport, which I know a lot of you do, I'd be curious to see what kind of gear you carry with you. And if you think there's anything I missed in this video, please go ahead and post it down in the comments below. And if you enjoy these kinds of rides and simple dual sport setups like this one, stick around. There's plenty more coming. Shout out to subscriber LongRider47 for providing the idea for this video. As always, guys, thank you for watching, ride safe, and I'll see you on the next one.